It's even Stevens in this T20 series, West Indies versus England. The next match might determine who wins the series, Raymond. Who you have to take it?
Most West Indies.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, your channel of undiluted sports content. Raymond and I are here to talk about the upcoming T20 match between England and the West Indies. This is the third match of the series, England versus the West Indies. We know they're tied at 1-1, not what we expected, Raymond, to go into the third match playing at home. But what's your prediction? What's your thoughts on this upcoming match?
Well, the fact that it's tied 1-1 even, Stephen, we expected West Indies to actually be 2 ahead based on the first game, as well as how close the second game was. If you guys remember, after further review, there was a missed wide call by the umpire that would have definitely put things in favor of the West Indies. And as such, I'm sure England is pretty much worried of what the West Indies is capable of. So this one should be a cracker. Of course, the two of them, weighing and deciding, who might have the ascendancy. And to me, I think it's pretty much West Indies because England is pretty much worried and shaking.
I hear you, and I heard others talking about, especially the power hitting of the West Indies. I hear you saying that England might be worried, but when West Indies is relying on the tail enders for power hitting only, is that the strategy that anybody should be worried about?
Well, the short answer to that is no. However, it is what it is. And when England bowl out of the top order and figure say the game over, they have another thing coming. It's almost like a hurricane. You have the calm before the storm, you have the eye, and then the other change in direction of the wind pretty much, it go already take off your roof. So that's going to happen to England. When England bowl out the top order and figure say, oh yeah, we're home and dry, you have some stubborn tailenders who pretty much are going to make sure, say, they make a match of this.
And talking about tailenders and England bowling out the top order, some of the things that we need to do right going into this third T20 is, of course, batting better and also the bowling strategy. So if we can adapt what we did in the first match, which is the bowlers running, bend them back, get some pace out of the wicket, and they were managed to surprise England, bowl them out for 103. So the bowling attack need to go back to match day one strategy. But the batting, for example, and if I'm going to share with you the batting lineup for the last match and the performance, the top order did not set it up well for the power hitters that you just mentioned. Brandon King had a very good game in the first match, but it didn't come over into this match. And of course, if this happens, which we've seen a lot in the last couple of games, the top order struggling, then the tail starts at number 5, as we said, with Captain Pollard. Do we need to make any changes to this? And in the squad, and I think our Jamaican Odion Smith batting at number 8 contributed 7 runs. So while we talk about the tail wagging hard, he wasn't one that wagged at all. He's under the microscope, Raymond. Do we make any change to this batting lineup?
Sure. There's a strong possibility that he could look to change possibly Smith because he didn't bowl. And I figure he's on the team as a bowler more so than a batsman. So you actually need to bring in another batsman. And so you have a list of players that you could consider. There's
we have Myers. Kyle
Right.
Myers, Robman, Powell, and
All right.
Rastan Chase.
Yeah. So you bring in a Powell. I wouldn't so much say Chase. Chase has not look look good at all from the form that he had in the regional series. It just never carry over internationally, and sometimes it goes well, but for the most part, we have him as an all rounder, and he's just not doing it with the bat at all. He's
So,
slow
so,
and also not putting up enough runs any
so
given time.
now that you mentioned that, I'm thinking and listening back to the captain's comment about some players scoring some 50s in the regional competition and then them automatically make the team. I'm wondering, fans out there, is it Chase that the captain was talking about?
I'm sure it's not him alone, but it could be viewed as a call to pull up your socks. So if anybody look in the mirror and feel that it's the comments were directed at them, they pretty much need to work on their craft and their game and improve. You understand? So if Chase feels any type of way of the comments meant put out by the captain Pollard, then he has some work to do in the gym, in training and all of that to improve his skills and his craft.
But seriously though, at 65 for 7 or 98 for 8, we've seen this a lot in the last couple of games. The top order not perform, and then it's down to the tail, especially in that series against Ireland. We had 6 senior players and them contribute less than 50 in a score of 200 and something. So there is definitely a need to strengthen the batting lineup. And when you see Captain Pollard coming in at number 5 and then Older at 6, we definitely need to do something to the batting. Why do we need 7 bowlers to bowl 20 overs in a T20?
Yeah, it makes no sense, especially when you change up the strategy and you're not getting them out for skittling them out for less. It doesn't make much sense. So if it's anything and you want to chase, then you get somebody who can do that. You get the couple improve and get in some batsman who can pretty much help that chase effort. Because you keep winning the toss and then you're chasing and then you don't have the amount of batsmen that can pretty much chase whatever runs put up by England, especially if they score over 150. That tend to be a stretch for West Indies.
So the change we're making here is Odin Smith out and Rahman Powell in.
Yeah, I would say that. Persons might disagree, but I would definitely say that.
And of course, the toss is also important. So we would love to see the West Indies winning the toss again and bowling first, and hope that the umpires will pay a keen attention to all the happenings out there.
Yeah, most def. We're hoping that we get a fair call in this game and yeah, remove the drama. Let's make it be entertaining and let it not be decided by a missed call as the previous game.
So West Indies definitely need to bowl, take the strategy from the first game, bowling attack, and then apply that to this game and bat better with a change in the lineup. What else do you think they need to do to win this game? And who you think are going to win? Or who you want to win?
Well, honestly, so when it comes on to T20, West Indies is dangerous, and you might actually think that they're uptight, but when it comes on to T20, anything can happen, and West Indies can explode. So far, it's not happening with the top order batsmen, but at some point, somebody within the lineup would explode and be able to put up some sizable runs, some couple 6 and 4. And not to mention, reminder of how short the boundaries at Barbados. It doesn't take anything to clear it, and so with our West Indies players, there's excitement and anything can happen. And Jason Holder owes us one. He owes us one from his last performance. So he's at home. Let's just try and win this game and be up in the series. If you ask me,
And
going to win, as you say, I'm going with West Indies.
and should we say don't talk to the groundsman for the next match?
Yeah, just leave him alone. Do your own pitch examination and then decide.
And of course, the opposition is England. So, what England need to do to win?
More of the same. If you ask me, they haven't struggled much, except on the first game, of course. The last game, just close out the match. You're faced with a stubborn tail end. We pretty much have nothing to lose. Don't become complacent and stop making some of these mistakes in the field if you're interested in winning a game. Because if you drop some of these youngsters at the tail end, believe me, you're going to be punished.
And of course, I don't want England to win nothing. And the West Indies owe us one double-digit number. Them need to bowl out England for less than 100 in one of these matches to get back. Right? So, of course, West Indies beating stick based on their historical records. But fans out there, we would love to hear from you by you leaving your comments in the comment section below. The third T20 match is upon us. Who you think are going to win, or who do you want to win? Who will be that game changer? Leave all those comments in the comment section below. Do you think we need to tweak the batting lineup for the next match? Leave all those comments in the comment section below. And always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. Raymond and I signing out. Be blessed.